The 2019 election is fast approaching, and the quality of information available to the voting public must be right. To check this, these newsrooms are breaking boundaries, joining forces to fact-check and debunk fake news, which many of the professionals sitting on this panel agree is posing a major threat, not just to journalism, but also the nation's politics.
So it's cheering to me to know that this project is coming on board. Perhaps with the efforts, with the extra efforts of the media houses and the journalists that are taking part in this project, we can reduce to a great minimum the amount of misinformation that will be going out into the public. And that may make the politicians, may force them to look, narrow their tools of campaign, perhaps look at the main issues.
I want to add to us that one of the reasons we should always check is that people actually like gossip. Gossip sells more than the truth. Gossip, but do not rely on that because gossip sells. That is why we need to check so that we remain authentic.
We must, as journalists, cross-check the stories that we get on the social media before we publish. Otherwise, you run the risk of losing credibility, and if you've lost credibility, you've lost everything.
CrossCheck Nigeria is powered by First Draft, a United Kingdom organization fighting misinformation globally, and the International Center for Investigative Reporting. They say technology is coming to the rescue.
Since the 2016 election, where Trump was elected and there was much criticism of Facebook and for their role, this led us to start looking into interference around elections and how, again, we could help journalists in their own countries with elections looming, how we could maybe help them to increase the skills in the newsrooms to start to predict if any of this misinformation was actually deliberate and coordinated, but also to help the public understand what they're seeing on their own social networks. Who can they turn to and who can they trust?
Misinformation has enormous capacity to wreak damage to the polity. And so when First Draft actually approached us, they had developed this technology, and so it was very easy for us to work with them, bring together media houses and work on this project.
With the official launch of this project, CrossCheck Nigeria is working to develop a rapid and amplified response to false, misleading, and weaponized information ahead of the 2019 general elections.